Hey guys, it's Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about robotic affirmations, and to get it right off the bat, yes, robotic affirmations work. Yes, you can manifest robotic affirmations, and yes, they are something you can use that will give you movement. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I asked you guys for a ton of questions about robotic affirming because I've been getting so many comments about robotic affirming, how to use it, how it works, what to do, etc. And I asked you guys to comment things and questions and myths that you want me to answer. But I first want to say the comment that started all of this is this one comment, so let me read it. Hyler, I recently watched a video saying that there's something called vain affirming, and it kind of makes me upset because they say robotic affirmations are simply something called vain affirming, and that's not working. They say we need to say affirmations strongly believing them, and when we say affirmations without feeling or believing, it's not going to work because our subconscious thinks that it's coming from affirming from the lack. Okay. Sorry, my reading skills aren't on the T, but I just wanted to say I didn't even know what vain affirming was, so I had to look it up to understand what this meant. But first of all, you don't have to feel or believe anything you're saying. So that's the first thing. So whether it's vain affirming, feeling, or believing, it doesn't matter. You can, as long as you are repeating the sentences in your mind, it will manifest. Feelings, beliefs, all of that, nothing to do with manifesting, because manifesting is completely mental thoughts. So you can, I have tried this out. I have manifested something that I did not care about at all. I manifested like a text from a person I did not care about at all anymore. Like this was a couple years ago. And two, I didn't really even want to talk to them at all. So I had no feelings, nothing at all. And I would just affirm, you know what, they're going to text me, and it manifested. So you don't have to feel or believe anything that you're saying for it to manifest. All you have to do is repeat it over and over. And that's why robotic affirmations work. Because affirming and living in the end has nothing to do with feeling. It has to do with thinking and what your thoughts are persisting on. Of course, you can feel things and you can conjure feelings and emotions to help, but you don't have to. It's not needed to manifest. Okay, how many affirmations can we use? You can use as many affirmations as you would like. A lot of people say that they prefer some people say that they don't care. I am someone that will affirm 20 different affirmations. I've never had a problem with it. I prefer to say more affirmations. I've heard a rampage or whatever it is. So say as many as you want. There's no limit to manifesting, and some coaches might have a preference on how many affirmations you might say, but that is only a preference. It's not, everyone's journey is different. So I can say I like rampaging and I like saying 20 affirmations, but you might only like saying 2. And that's okay. It's literally up to what you like and what works for you. So however many you would like. Is robotically affirming truly the real key to manifesting? The real key to manifesting, the only key to manifesting, is living in the end. So acting like you have it. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. Manifesting is not crazy difficult. It's literally just telling yourself, you know what, I have this, so I'm gonna have it. That's literally it. That's the key to manifesting, is just telling yourself you have it. That's literally it. There's no crazier key. It's literally just, okay, I want this, okay, it's mine. So you can get there through robotic affirming, but living in the end is more of the key, and affirming and living in the end could be different, because you could be affirming and robotically affirming without living in the end, because living in the end is a 24/7 thing, and affirming and robotically affirming, most people don't do that 24/7. Living in the end is more of a mindset and a perception. What if I'm thinking the opposite in the back of my mind while robotically affirming? What will manifest? This is a great question. The primary thing that I always tell people is the dominant thoughts manifest. So whatever you think about the most, whatever is persistent on the most, is going to manifest. It doesn't mean you might persist on this one a little bit more than this one and they won't both manifest, but it's really whatever you're assuming is going to happen. So in this situation, if you are robotically affirming in the back of your mind, you're like, you know what, I don't really have that. First of all, that's okay. That's normal, because obviously when you're affirming because you want something. So you know that your logical side of your mind is always going to be like, I know that I don't have this, and that's okay. Learn to shut that off. Learn to not give attention to it, because the more you give attention to the thoughts in the back of your head, the more they're going to come to the front, and the more that they're just going to create a deeper feeling that you have and a deeper thought pattern. The part that will manifest is the part that you are persisting on the most, and the part that you're telling yourself is going to manifest. So just make sure that you're not worrying or persisting on the thoughts and the doubts in the back of your mind. And over time, they will fade and go away. Sometimes people say that robotic affirmations work faster than visualizing, or vice versa. Sometimes people say that robotic affirmations work faster than visualizing, or vice versa. I don't know if that is really true or if they're just the same. Again, it depends on what you tell yourself or what's easier / natural. So kind of like, yeah, what you said. Neither one or the other is better or works faster. It is just what works better for you. So I am someone, I will robotically affirm when on occasion, but visualizing, boom, instant manifest. Swear to God, I can visualize and instantly manifest so fast from that. Some people do not like visualizing. Some people do not get movement from visualizing, and vice versa. I don't really like robotically affirming a ton. That doesn't mean that I don't do it, and that doesn't mean it doesn't work. I just prefer to rampage, and that because I'm dramatic, you know? It's easy for me to live in the end, and robotic affirming, a lot of people do it because they struggle with fully living in the end or feeling, which is totally fine. But some people might love robotic affirming. Some people might only manifest through robotic affirming, and it's really just whatever you like and whatever, kind of like you said, is your assumption. If you assume one is going to work better than the other, it's going to happen. It's really just based on assumption, and if you want to do one over the other because you prefer it more, it's more natural to you, then you can totally do that. Does it really take 10,000 repetitions to change the subconscious? So many people ask me about this because Sammy Ingram made a challenge of 10,000, like, I think it's affirmation challenge or something. The affirmation challenge does work. So that's the first thing. Affirming 10,000 times does work. You just have to make sure throughout the day your thoughts are also in the end goal. You can affirm 10,000 times, but if you are going back to the old story every 2 seconds, those affirmations are not really going to make a difference, depending on how much you're wavering. I don't know if 10,000 is exactly the amount that takes for your subconscious to change or have a new assumption. I have manifested under 10,000 assumptions. So because I've instantly manifested with probably under 100 affirmations before. So it's really up to what you tell yourself is going to happen. Some people can manifest with just a couple days of affirming. Some people manifest with a couple weeks. It's really up to what you're assuming is going to happen. But the 10,000 repetition does work because the more you're affirming, the stronger your assumption is of your end goal, which helps living in the end gets you your desire. Do you just say the one affirmation on a loop, or could it be like a rant type thing, so maybe 4 to 5 bundled together? It's really up to you. If you want to robotically affirm with just one affirmation or a couple, or you want to throw in like 4 to 5 in there, it's really up to whatever you want and whatever seems best for you. Okay, the last question. For the robotic affirmations, is it necessary to repeat it all day long? Because sometimes I don't even remember my wish very often and I get very anxious about the result. I just affirm a couple of times and the wish comes to my mind. Is it okay? Is it enough? So to answer the question about robotic affirming, you do not have to affirm all day. You can affirm all day if you want to. You can affirm 30% of the day, 60%, whatever you want, but you don't have to affirm every single second of the day, just mostly whenever you're thinking about it and whenever especially negative thoughts pop up. Now, to add a little extra into the last part, anxiety is very normal, but when you're constantly worrying and stressing about the result and how it's going to play out, you are constantly acknowledging that the fear of it's going to turn out bad. So what I would try to do is I would try to work on the assumption of your power and getting back in control and knowing that you get to decide how things go, just so the anxiety level's lower and you are able to live in the end more easily, if that makes sense. But that is it for today's video. I hope this answered your questions about robotic affirming. Yes, it does work. Yes, it is something you can do. And no, you do not need to feel things or believe things for them to manifest. All you have to do is repeat them. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, watching this video has helped you manifest. Say it with me. Watching this video has helped me manifest. Watching this video has helped me manifest. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.